Alright guys, it's been 3 seconds, or approximately, and we're back here immediately off the tail end of match 4 to play out this last match and see what we can get as the end result for this league. So, we're currently 3-1 going into the last match. Would love to pick up a 4-1, that would be nice. I'll take a 3-2 as well. Regardless, let's go ahead and get started on this gameplay. And it looks like we have found our league opponent. Good news, good news. Not on the play. It's fine, it's fine. We'll make do. The classic 4 balance lands Garenbrig hand. Yeah, this hand's kind of awful. Let's mulligan. Let's go looking for something a little bit better than that. This hand is much better than that. We don't have a turn to explore, but we can pick up and replay Radiant Fountain, which is kind of nice. We do have the untapped source, so we can play Dryad on 3. I think it's a good one. And do we ship back one of these bounce lands? Maybe. We could also ship back the Explorer, and I don't hate that. Or we could ship back the Tireless Tracker and try to top deck a Titan the natural way. Tireless Tracker is a little off plan for this hand. Especially considering we already have Valcut. Having an additional bounce land is probably pretty nice, and it goes well with this Explorer, so I'm going to go ahead and ship the Tracker. We'll see if it comes to punish us, but if our opponent happens to be playing removal spells, then our Tracker is not going to do much, so let's just play to our main game plan here. Looks like they might have mulligan to 5. My goodness. If this is Boggles, that'll be interesting. Boggles likes the mulligan a lot. Unfortunately, so does Infect, so our opponent could be playing Infect. Are they choosing whether or not to mulligan down to 4 cards? Okay. Looks like they have decided to keep 5. Is this... Okay, it's Prowess. I was like, please don't be Storm again. That would crush my poor soul. Let's go ahead and play this Fountain out and get our 2 life value. Another bounce land is interesting. Don't know how to feel about that one. I guess we could have shipped the redundant Sanctuary and kept the Tracker and been fine, but you know, it's fine, it's fine. I'm okay. Ghost Quarter is not an untapped green source, sadly. I guess we want to pick up the Radiant Fountain here. I mean, we could Ghost Quarter our own Radiant Fountain to be able to cast Explorer immediately, which is not really the worst. If we run into a Spell Pierce, it's pretty much the worst, though, so let's not do that. They have managed to find a second land drop here. Pretty good for them. Manamorphose, interesting. That would be much more threatening with several creatures on board. Not gonna lie. Getting just 1 damage out of a Manamorphose is not the scariest thing. This guy, that's pretty annoying, though. I mean, if we can survive a few turns, we might just be able to put a Titan into play and end this. I always forget that this guy lets them scry as well, because I think of it just as a 2-mana 3/3 flyer. But they were able to put 1 on the bottom and 1 on the top here. It's pretty good for them. I guess Radiant Fountain into Valakut so that we can play this Garenbrig the next turn and cast a Titan makes sense. We could also explore. Nah, we can't explore and Dryad this turn, so let's just go ahead and gain our life here, get our Dryad into play. Yeah. I guess if we were to explore and find an amulet, then we maybe could get some additional things happening this turn, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Here's a Valakut and a path. Now let's just try to survive this turn and draw a Titan, and we'll be great. Even if we don't draw a Titan, we can play 2 lands and explore to get a Valakut trigger, so I'm not super worried about it. I'm definitely not blocking with our Dryad this turn. Is it possible they could kill us from 21? Yeah, I guess so. A Lava Dart would be at least one way to start it. If they go Manamorphose into Lightning Bolt, Lava Dart, Flash it back, or something like that, how much would that be? That would be 3 spells, so that's 6 damage plus. So it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 from a Lightning Bolt. Plus 2 from the Lava Dart would be 15 damage. So even if they had exactly that, I guess they would... Oh, Gut Shot is one I was not considering. That's interesting. Oh, and we took the damage, so I guess it's fine. Stormwing Entity. Okay. Well, I'm glad they tapped out here. Unless they have a mutagenic growth or another gut shot, then our Valakut is going to be able to kill one of these Stormwings, which is good news. Titan. That is not a Titan. Actually, that might be very good for us, though. Let's start with the Explorer, I guess. Okay, another land is not fantastic. Yeah, let's play these lands out. We'll play... Oh, actually, we might want to Ghost Quarter ourselves to get some additional Valakut triggers, if possible. So let's play our Dryad. We'll play Simic Growth, I guess. And we'll shoot a Valakut at this Stormwing here. And we'll always, yes, always yield. If they do anything in response, I might Ghost Quarter myself to shoot the other Stormwing. Okay, so here's Mutagenic. If I Ghost Quarter myself, then there'll only be 5 lands in place. That doesn't really do much for us. So I guess we are just letting this go. I mean, this is a mutagenic growth that's not doing 5 damage to us, so that's nice. That's fine. I guess we are just going to be picking up the Radiant Fountain. Yeah, that seems fine. We'll play Radiant Fountain, and we will shoot this Stormwing once more. Okay, so we killed one. On their upkeep, we could... Nah, there's nothing we can do here, actually. That's... Yeah. Okay, so... Do we swing? I guess we do, since we can block with the other Dryad if we want to. Yeah, let's go ahead and block, I guess. Might as well be safer than sorry. This forces them to play a spell, at least to save their Soulscar Mage from just dying to combat damage, so... Here's a Mutagenic Growth. Interesting. Okay. So, we're gonna get 2 Valakut triggers, possibly 3 if we want to Ghost Quarter ourselves. So, looks like we've got the board under control. 3 Valakut triggers would be 9, 10, 11, so we're 1 short of killing them here, actually, with Valakut. I guess we'll just start with Sanctuary picking up Radiant Fountain, then replaying Radiant Fountain would give us 7 lands in play, so we could go to Ghost Quarter ourselves, and that would be fine. Yeah, let's do that. And let's send this at the Stormwing anyways. We'll see what they do about it. They concede about it. Okay, sounds good to me. Looks like our hand was good enough with just the Dryads and the Valakut, so that's great news. Do we want Disputes? I don't know. I do like Aether Gust for sure. Dismembers, I don't know how I feel about them. I'll try it. Engineer Explosives on 1 seems good. Baloths seem pretty good. Beast Within doesn't seem that great, in all honesty. I don't know if they would be playing Blood Moon. They could. Mystical Dispute hits Stormwing, but that's about it. I mean, it hits, like, cantrips like Serum Visions or whatever. I don't even know if they play something like Opt. We saw Serum Visions, but I would be surprised if they played Opt, in all honesty. Let's trim the Pact of Negation, just because I don't anticipate us being able to actually use it to back up a Titan or something, unless we have, like, actual Primeval Titan, but in which case we could just transmute for Cavern, so it's probably fine. Let's trim a Sanctuary in case they're playing Molten Rain or something along those lines. These Explorers are a bit slow. Ancient Stirrings finds Amulet or Explosives, so it's probably fine. Azusa dies to... Oh, wait, no. The Trackers actually die to all the removal that our opponent could have. Let's not go with that one. Do we want something like Mystical Dispute over the Azusa? I'm thinking probably not. Reclamation Sage, probably not. Even though it does block, like, I don't really see the upside to it. Yeah, let's just submit like this. We could trim 1 Summoner's Pact now I'm thinking about it. It's fine. They're not playing Ashiok, of course. Interesting hand. Feels like a keep. If we find a second amulet off the stirrings, then we have a very fast Titan. We do need to find a Titan. We could also find Tireless off of Ancient Stirrings, and that would be pretty good for us. Do you want to play Amulet into a possible Spell Pierce? I guess not. We'll wait. We can get a Grazer into play this upcoming turn to regain this lost tempo, so no big deal. Gut shot us. Okay, I guess they're playing Stormwing this turn. Light up the stage. Okay. They did find a land, at least. They're still holding up Spell Pierce. Let's go ahead and play this Grazer first things first. We'll put a Garenbrig into play, I suppose. And we'll... I guess we go ahead and cast this Amulet. That way we can cast a Titan this upcoming turn if we draw one. Looks like they do have the Spell Pierce. Yeah. Okay. Well, not much we could have done about that. They seem to not have a creature just yet. The Manamorphose. So they could have a Stormwing now. The good thing about Stormwing is we can dismember it. A Sprite Dragon. Okay. That's not one that I expected. We will block. I mean, we lose our Grazer to a single Lava Dart. I guess that's fine. Just Lava Dart our Grazer. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. They flashback Lava Dart? Did they really? Okay. Explosives is interesting. We can't quite do anything with it yet. Let's lead on our Ancient Stirrings and see what we see. Valakut seems enticing. So does Boros Garrison, since we are not going to have Amulet out potentially for our Titan when we play it. Valakut seems pretty promising, though, because if we draw a Dryad, then we may not even need to draw a Titan. I'm going to go with that. And then we can also play Explosives on 2 this upcoming turn if we need to. Or we could just dismember this now, but then we're a little soft to a Stormwing. Is that fine? I don't know. I'm going to play the Valakut. And I guess we dismember now, because if they have a mutagenic growth, then I want them to not get damage out of it. So, I mean, we can't afford to let this Sprite Dragon stay in play any longer, so we'll just hope that their remaining threats are 1-drops, that we can engineer explosives away. Okay, they do have the mutagenic growth. Yikes. And I guess we're hoping to survive. Hoping to survive is not my favorite, sentence. Or phrase, I guess I should say. As a Titan, we can't quite yet cast, so let's get this Explosives on 2 into play. Can't Spell Pierce it as of the current setup. I mean, they could, and then prevent us from cracking it, which would be pretty annoying. Okay, well, let's play this Simic. And do we blow the Explosives now? Because then we can pick up, like, a Ghost Quarter and replay it. We need all of our green sources in play to activate Garenbrig, so I guess we do want to go ahead and blow this now. We'll pick up the Ghost Quarter, and we'll pass it back. Now we have Titan mana in play. They have no threat, seemingly. Soulscar. Okay, that's fine. Summoner's Pact. What does that do? So if we pact for a Dryad, we can play Ghost Quarter and then Growth Chamber and kill their Soulscar. Is that better than just slamming a Titan? I kind of feel like it is, to be honest. As weird as that may seem. They could just double bolt Dryad. If we play a Titan, we can block with it. I guess. And if we pay 4 this upcoming turn, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana available. So we would need to draw an untapped source of any kind, since we'd have Dryad in play, in order to cast Titan this upcoming turn. Is that alright? And that would be assuming we leave our Growth Chamber in play, which I don't know if that's something we'd really want to do. But I think maybe going for the Dryad line is going to be better here. So I'm going to play out the Ghost Quarter. I'm going to cast Summoner's Pact. And then if they have something to counter this, like a Dispel or something, okay. Let's go ahead and get Dryad and throw that guy into play. I think killing their creature is just going to be the most conservative line possible here. Definitely stacking the Growth Chamber first. And we'll always yield this. We have 6 lands in play, so we don't want to try to use a Ghost Quarter here at the moment. We can pick up a Growth Chamber and still safely have green sources to be able to pay for our pack this upcoming turn, so I think we should be good on that front. If they had a Blood Moon, I guess we would lose here, but... And they don't. So let's go ahead and pay for this pact. Now let's leave the Ghost Quarter up, I suppose. And Valakut seems like a fine one to tap. Yes. Okay, Grazer's interesting. Let's just send some Valakut triggers upstairs, I suppose. Take it. And we might actually have lethal here by virtue of grazering in this Growth Chamber an additional time. That would be 3. No, we'd be... And then Ghost Quartering ourselves if we did that. Nah, wait. It would be... Yeah, we don't have lethal yet. We are actually 1 land short of lethal. Okay, well, let's go ahead and swing. And maybe we hold the Grazer then? Now let's play it. We want to have a blocker in case they have a haste creature and try to do something silly like kill us this upcoming turn. I don't see why they would want to do that. And yeah, let's pick up the Garenbrig, I guess. Nah, let's just keep our bounce land in hand. No reason not to. All right, kill us now. We win the match. Okay, so we ended up going 4-1, which I will take. I will definitely take that. So, reflections on the deck list. I'm not sure how much the mainboard Tireless Trackers help in this configuration. I definitely felt good about the card choices in general. I think it's possible that moving the trackers to the sideboard and going from there would be good. There were a few times where we were off plan in game 1 because we had tracker, but there's no guarantee that we would have been on plan and like actually casting Primeval Titans if we didn't draw the trackers. Or like we could have just had extra lands or, you know, extra like grazers or something. And, you know, or whatever it is that we would have in place a tracker, right? So I guess we could have like potentially a second Azusa and like a 4th Explorer or like an Ancient Stones or something, and then we're not guaranteed to be doing anything that game, which definitely seems possible. So maybe the trackers help in a subtle way. I definitely felt like the list performs quite well, or maybe the meta is just a good meta for Titan to come in and do what it does. I still think that in the sideboard, the 1 Beast Within is not really necessary. We already play 2, so maybe 2 is enough. And then this Aether Gust still hasn't yet impressed me. I don't know. I don't know what these 2 slots should even be at this point. I guess if I were to play the trackers in the sideboard, these would be the 2 cards that I cut. I don't know. If I were to continue playing trackers in the main board, then what do you guys think that I could try instead of these 2 cards, because I can't think of anything, man. I've got Seal of Primordium, I think, as a card that could be played. Let's see. Dispel. I don't know about that. Veil of Summer is definitely an interesting one. See, what else? I mean, all of the cards that I own at current, though, I've tested to some extent and didn't really like them. Like, what am I going to do? Splash Red for Pyroclasm or Fire Spout? Tried that. I don't like how inconsistent it is with the mana. Seal of Primordium, like I said. Yeah, I don't know. Pulse of Marasa, that's an interesting one. I don't know if it's good enough. Probably not. Probably not, but it's a possibility. Wilderness Reclamation. How's that for an amulet card? Anyways, yeah, that's well, now you know what's in my collection. So if there's anything that I already have that you would suggest playing over these 2 cards, then I'm down to hear it. If there's anything I don't have, then I'm down to hear that as well. I tried Chameleon Colossus, didn't really like it. Yeah, at this point, I just don't know what to do with these 2 slots. I guess these are the best 2 cards for it, but I can't even think of anything else. I guess there's some argument. No, I mean, I can't really do this at the moment, but there would be some argument to playing Karns and then using some of these additional sideboard slots for Karn targets, like switch out the trackers for Karns and like an Explorer or something, or an Ancient Stirrings maybe. I don't know. Probably an Explorer. It would be Explorer and 2 trackers to play 3 Karns and then some Karn bullets in the sideboard. I could see that. I mean, that is if I had Karns, but Karns, in case you didn't know, cost an arm and a leg on MTGO at the moment. They're obscenely expensive for no reason. Just like Force of Negation and 3 Fairy, so that one may not be completely possible for the near future. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, then leave them in the comments. I am definitely looking for suggestions. I could see maybe a second Fielded Ed as well. That's a card that I don't own, but I could definitely see it being useful. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and call the video here for now. I think the list is promising, so if you want to give it some test runs and let me know how your testing goes with it and what changes you see fit, then that's definitely something I'm interested in listening to. So yeah, leave your feedback, and I will get back to you guys on the list that we're going to be playing in the next league for this upcoming week. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, this is Redface Menace, signing off.